All right, guys, welcome in here. It is, God, I don't even know. They're just running into each other. I believe it is Wednesday, Wild Card Wednesday. That is what we got here in the American League, Major League Baseball. Man, I don't know how the hell we're going to beat last night between the Nationals and the Brewers, but we are certainly going to try here tonight. You've got the Oakland A's going to be hosting up the Tampa Bay Rays, Wild Card Wednesday, and we've got a free play coming your way, courtesy of our friends at sportsmemo.com. And if you have not had a chance yet to visit, guys, I do want to let you know, not only tonight we have Major League Baseball. Tomorrow night, we got NFL, some college football, Friday college football, Saturday college football, Sunday NFL. Oh, yeah. The NHL starts tonight, too. We've got, I believe, 4 games on center ice. And do we have some of the best cappers for you over at sportsmemo.com? Our boy Alex B. Smith getting ready to go. This is his time. We've got Hunter Engelhart. We got Dr. Chuck RX. We've got Teddy Covers. Guys, we've got you covered in every sport known to mankind, including soccer. Andrew McGinnis, in fact, he's been looking forward to the NHL season now for a while. But these guys got you covered, man. Opening night, NHL, time to diversify. If you want to go ahead, make yourself a few bucks tonight, head over to sportsmemo.com. We'll go ahead and tell you exactly how we're going to go ahead and play this tonight, because we do think there is an edge to be had in this game between the A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. I believe there's definitely an edge to be had. I'll explain that to you coming up. Also want to welcome in our friends, of course, at uwager.lv. If you guys haven't done so, how many times do I got to tell you that you are not betting teams? I don't give a crap that it's the A's. I don't care that it's the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't care if it's the Yankees, Astros. I care about the number, which means the only thing you should care about when it comes to sports investing and making money is getting the right number. Doesn't make a damn bit of difference about the team. It makes a difference about the number. And in order to be able to get the number, you guys got to be able to shop. So how do you shop? Well, you give yourself an opportunity by getting yourself an account opened up at an offshore book that you can rely on. How about UWager, one of our favorites, uwager.lv. Call them at 1-800-UWager, the code. Give them JRS50 right now. They're waiting. Call them JRS50. You know what they do? They drop a 100% deposit bonus match. You put in $50, they put in $50. I'm not a math whiz, but I believe that's now $100 that you can go play with tonight. Go get your plays over at sportsmemo.com. Free plays are listed there as well. And then you can go play them over at uwager.lv. All you got to do, it takes exactly 3.5 minutes to set up. 1-800-UWager, the code JRS50. They give you a 100% bonus match. So put in 100, they put in 100. That's $200 to play with tonight. Put in $25, they match it with $25. Now you got $50 to play with tonight. Guys, it is that simple. Not to mention, you have an opportunity to shop the lines from your current book. That's what you want to do. More competition means better numbers, means better opportunity for you guys to get the right number. 1-800-UWager, the code is JRS50. That's right, 100% bonus match deposit right now. Now, before we get to my favorite play here tonight, sportsmemo.com, our favorite Major League Baseball wild card play, so to speak, because there is an edge to be had between one of these two teams here tonight. And I'll tell you how I plan on exploiting it and cashing a ticket in just a minute. But I'm a big believer in knowledge is power here, guys, right? We've been doing this show now for a couple of years, and it's always been a theme of mine, which is why I try to bring on as many handicappers from around the country as humanly possible, try to introduce you to a bunch of guys that you might not otherwise have heard from. I want you, that's why I love the guys over at sportsmemo.com, give you different opinions, different angles, different ways to handicap. Knowledge is what it is all about. The more knowledge you have, the better off you'll be. The smarter sports investor you will be, the more profitable you will be. Nobody wants to be the smartest dude in the room. All right? If that's you, get out of the room, right? Like, nobody wants that. All right? You want to always be growing and evolving. And I know a lot of you have heard me talk about my friends over at Paperhead, and a lot of you have had some questions. You've DM'd me wanting to know exactly what it is and how it works, and here it is in a nutshell, guys, because I had an opportunity to interview recently a very successful independent sportsbook operator working with Paperhead as an agent. And what that means is paperheadguys.com is the technology leader in sportsbook technology, basically. In order for you guys to be able to operate as an independent sportsbook, it's all about the software, the technology, and the partnership that you have with the company that provides that. And the industry leader by far, all right, who has been doing it the longest, who is providing this technology to independent sportsbook around the world, is Paperhead.com. Guys, they are by far heads and tails above everybody else. You'll know when you take the phone number down and call them, guys. You wait until you hear the customer service, the technology, the knowledge that you are going to get when you pick up the phone and call over at Paperhead.com. So why do I like them, guys? Why am I recommending them to them? Because, listen, it is a billion-dollar industry, all right? A billion-dollar industry that is continuing to grow and consolidate, and it is no more hanging out in the shadows, guys, when it comes to sports betting, all right? There is plenty of opportunity for independent guys, business guys, part-time, full-time. There is an opportunity right now for you. If you bet on sports right now, if you know people who bet on sports, and you're not at the very least investigating how you can become an independent sportsbook owner, what are you doing? All right? This is exactly tailored for you. It's exactly what you need to be looking into. And it starts with having the right technology, the right customer service, and the right group of people that can help you get set up. If you've placed a bet on sports before, if you know a few people you don't need trillions of dollars, guys, all right? You don't need trillions of dollars. You do not need anything other than the will to want to win. That's it. If you know, I guarantee you right now, you could probably sit down on a piece of paper and put together a list of 4, 5, 6 people right now you know would place bets with you if they knew that you were a sportsbook, an independent sportsbook owner. They would do it right now, whether it be coworkers. Who the hell is running right now an office pool in their office? Who's a part of an office pool? That's it. We're not talking about large scale where we're going to do 100, 200, 300 people. It's not what we're talking about. We are talking about the ability for you guys to be able to have your own side business at your pace, doing exactly what the hell you're doing now with the exact circle of friends and family members that you have right now. We all have that lunatic uncle or somebody that loves placing bets, betting all the time. That's what I am talking about. And I was lucky enough, I had a chance to talk to our good friend Alan over at Paperhead, and he's been doing this now for about 15 years, and he's got about 90 people in his role that work with him, that basically, that place bets with him around the country. 90. And the information that he gave is amazing, and we're going to get the full interview up for you guys. But I wanted to play you a couple of clips because he does a great job of answering a lot of the questions that you guys have been sending me about becoming an independent sportsbook owner. Like, how does it work? What's going on? And I thought one of the interesting things was this guy started out, he's a firefighter. That's it. He's a firefighter, was going to firefight. It was in the academy. And obviously the guys not only in his firehouse, but in the academy, guys that he knew. Yeah, he thought, why not? It got recommended, and voila, here he is now, 15 years later. And I'll let him tell you exactly, the kinds of money that he's making, but seriously, how easy it is to get set up. So I had asked him how he got started originally in the business, and here is what Alan with Paperhead.com had to say now. This guy's an independent sportsbook owner, okay? He's an agent with Paperhead, guys. He's been doing this for 15 years. He was a damn firefighter. Here's what he had to say.
I started with the guys in the house, right? Like, we'd be there 3 days, so, and everybody would be talking. And so there was like 10 guys that I ended up networking with in the beginning. And 10 guys isn't a lot. It is something that you can work with, and it can make you, the side money. And that's what I did then at that time in the very beginning. Later on, though, as like I got out in the field and I went to different places because you go on call in different houses, I met some guys, and I ended up, meeting somebody who had a site that I could, instead of carrying the book around, and I met this guy, and he ended up letting me use one of his sites, and I didn't know at the time. I paid him. I settled up with him as far as like the software, ad.
Sure.
Like I was paying a lot, and it was like $20 a head or something like that for a basic site. And later on, I learned that it was something that I was paying this guy, and I could get a better rate if I went on my own, and so I did. And it was actually at the same site that we're talking about now, and that's how long.
Wow.
You think about that as far as perspective goes, because you see a lot of other whatever marketing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just haven't been in the game that long, and so I've been at this site for that long too.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I'm gonna try and put this as clear as possible. So after I left the academy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in the field and I'm out there, I ended up with like 30 players or so. And part of that is trust, right? Like when you're in this business, you gotta trust who you're dealing with, because it wasn't like now. It's the law changes and the legalities and
Sure.
everything else. You don't. It's not as hot, right? And so taking referrals and that's how most of the player business grew. I mean, I'd still meet random guys or whatever, and maybe pick them up if I trusted them enough. But so over time, it took some time, but I'm up to like 90 guys now.
Damn, 90
and that's going to be
guys.
in high season. Yeah, 90 guys, and that's also because I have a good rep. I mean, I always paid. That's
Right.
that's one of the major things I want to mention. If you're in this and you do get some time under your belt, just always pay. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty good advice, too. If you're going to have a sports book, you may want to actually pay out when guys win. That's always good advice. But listen, the dude started as a firefighter and built it up with about 10 guys. That's it. And then it grew to 90 guys is what he's telling you there. And he's also telling you that he's been with the guys over at Paperhead now for 15 years. They've been doing it for 15 years. The technology, guys, is cutting edge. It's second to none. The service, the customer service, it's just absolutely unbelievable. And we talked about also, I asked him, about finding people and how much exactly, how much money are we talking about here? Because that's always going to be a question, right? How much money do I need? How much money can I expect? This is what he had to say about that.
Keeping the roll tight was imperative in the beginning. It was something that had to be done. It's not so much now. I mean, I'm looking this year because of the changes, because of the added processing, because of the the new mobile and everything else that I've got in there. I mean, I'm expecting to make a good amount of money.
Okay.
25 to 30K a month.
Wow.
And when you say that, when a lot of people hear that kind of number in there, they PhDs, bachelors, and all the spiel, right? I'm just a rinky-dink firefighter guy over here, right down the road, and it's a lot of work and it's a lot of grunt. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely put in the time and the hours and everything to get there. And what it comes down to is just over time picking the guys, and I've had to cut some players,
Right.
I've had to, but the average guy's worth $200 or $300, and then you get that times the 90.
Yep.
And there's going to be winning weeks too. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that get hot, and I have guys that bet way bigger than that. And that's one of the other things too that I actually, they just released a couple of years ago. It wasn't just in the last year or so, but they gave me the option on this site too to fence, to lay off. And if you're not familiar with that, what that means is that if you have exposure, like if you got a guy that has buku cash, lots of money, he's gonna want to bet bigger than probably your bankroll can hang.
Sure.
And I don't have to. I mean, I can deposit a little bit offshore or do whatever if I know somebody that's bigger than me that can take that kind of load. But I don't want to hand the player off. I want to keep that business in house.
Right.
So what I do is I keep it low key and I play alongside, and just fence it and lay it off.
Wow.
And it keeps my sheet balanced. It keeps me in the the positive whenever there's heavy games.
The bottom line is he picks up the phone and he logs on and he's got all the help that he needs at paperhead.com, which is why he has stayed with them for 15 years. And you heard him mention the technology being second to none. Guys, the websites are ridiculous. Deposits, payouts, you name it, everything available to you guys. No different, I'm telling you, than You've got the apps. You've got the websites. You've got everything you need to be set up in one spot. It is turnkey. You don't need any crazy knowledge or crazy amounts of bankroll. I'm telling you, you've got 3 or 4 people in your circle right now that probably bet, that would absolutely bet with you if they knew that you were an independent sportsbook operator, and you'd be on the way. And one of the last things that I had asked him, and you guys all, this is going to be posted, the full interview, because it's fascinating, guys. If you've ever thought about being in the book business, the sportsbook business, and what it could be like, and the interview is fantastic, and I'm going to put it up for you guys so you guys can hear it from beginning, because he talks about bringing it from being a firefighter, going that, and doing this on the side, to growing this to where he's got, 3 or 4 guys now that are agents for him. He's built this thing into a full-time business. But it didn't start like that. It started with a bunch of dudes at the firehouse. That's how it came to be. And he took the initiative to go ahead, get together with Paperhead 15 years ago, and he has grown as the company has grown, and he's still with them today. And I asked him, what's your experience been like with the folks over at Paperhead, and this is what he had to say.
Overall, it's been really good, and I'm not just gonna go down the road and say yes, the best, because everybody has their flaws. And in the beginning, it wasn't the one-stop shop. There might have been other options back in the day, right? But now it's not. I come in, I check my numbers, and look at what's going on. I talk to the people I need to, and that's the extent of it, And part of the, could I get bigger? Could I be something, could I have 150 players, 200, 300? And I know guys that do that. I know guys that end up getting, thousands. And it's crazy because they all operate on the same system. When you're the little guy, you get the same system. It doesn't change as you get bigger, right? It doesn't change. I don't know. The progression of this has been so good to watch. So good to watch.
Yeah, so bottom line, whether you've got 2 players with you or you have 200 players with you, the system and all that comes along with it, including the support, stays the same. So I'm just telling you guys, and I've been hammering it home because I know a lot of you guys, I know a lot of people, you're not happy with where you're going right now. You're a lot of you, it's pretty simple here, guys. There are a bunch of you that like to play, and you're tired of the books that you're dealing with, and the question I keep asking is, why don't you be the book? I don't get it. Why not take the effort, take the step necessary in order to be the book? And, having talked to guys in it, doing it, being an independent sportsbook's not that it's you're already doing it. You have a book of business waiting for you. You guys don't even realize. And like he said, I could grow it to 200 people, 300 people, however much effort I want to put in, you can be in there. You want to do it part-time? Do it part-time. The system, the software does it all for you guys, not to mention the customer service that's readily available to you with the folks over at Paperhead is just absurd. So I'm telling you guys, wait until you hear the full interview. Fascinating stuff. I'm always saying knowledge is power, right? And if you've ever had any thoughts about what it would be like, wow, what if I was the book? What's entailed in this? You got to hear this interview, guys. Awesome, awesome stuff. More importantly, you got to get your asses over to the Paperhead. I've been telling you, pick up the phone and call them right now at 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. Guys, the links are below in the description. When you click on it, it takes literally 15 minutes to get set up if you want to do it, and or they'll set you up with a demo account. You can try it, guys. It is, do this for yourself. If you've ever had if you want to be in the business, if you want a side gig, a side hustle, if you are looking to make a little extra cash, and nobody's saying you got to have 5,000 players right away, but if you got 3, 4, if it's your uncle, if it's your brother, if it's your brother's friend, whatever it is, if it's your coworkers, you're running the office pool. What are you doing? I mean, there is an opportunity here for everybody as this billion-dollar industry continues to grow. Well, it's a billion-dollar industry, and there's no reason why the little guy can't make his own and make his way too. That's what I'm telling you. But it starts with having the right partner and the right technology. And that's where you want the leader in the sportsbook technology. That is Paperhead, guys. Check them out. It is so simple, right? Paperhead.com/Joe. That's where you'll have it. They'll get you set up, guys. Costs absolutely zero. It costs zero money to get set up right now. All you got to do, follow the links below and get yourself over there. Paperhead.com/JOE. They'll get you all hooked up, guys. They are ready to go, and I hope you guys are too. But make sure that you check out the full interview with Alan right now. He is the firefighter turned independent sportsbook owner who's been doing it for 15 years, and he's having a field day. And he also said he has he can't imagine. I mean, he loved being a firefighter, but he's like, it just got to the point where why run into burning buildings when he's got 90 players under him right now. You heard the number. You heard how much money right there. And he also talks about the progression of it, too. Such great information. Hearing from somebody that's lived it, that's doing it, and talking about it, the pitfalls and everything else, whether it's good or bad, by the way. He covers it. He covers everything in about a 20-minute interview. We'll get that posted up here for you. Make sure that you check it out. Now, in the meantime, we got some baseball here tonight, don't we? Yes, we have some Major League Baseball wild card craziness going on. So the question is, Oakland A's at home, right, taking on Charlie Morton, good old Charlie and company of the Tampa Bay Rays. You're talking about two teams, guys, that are the same, two of the lowest payroll teams. This is Moneyball. This is like the Moneyball World Series is what you got going on here tonight between these two teams. You got Raineri for the Oakland A's taking on good old Charlie Morton, who has been their ace. He's also been one of the most underrated pitchers in Major League Baseball this year. Now, I will say this. Couple of things you need to know about Charlie Morton. It's not all puppy dogs and rainbows for him. Number one, he had an amazing first half, guys. And I mean an absolute amazing first half this year, which is great. However, not so great there for a couple of for about a 6-week period there in the second half. His ERA doubled in the second half. He has been good. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. His first 19 starts, I believe, of the year, he had a 2.32 ERA, 1.03 WHIP. That was his first 19 starts. His last 14 starts, he's got over a 4 ERA with a 1.16 WHIP. So he's 35 years old. And I'm telling you this because he's 35 years old. He's not 23 years old. He's 35. He's pitched almost 200 innings. This is the most innings he has pitched almost in his career, almost the 200 inning mark. So does that mean that maybe he's wearing down a little bit? Yeah, he's 35. He ain't a damn spring chicken. Now, he did his last couple of outings against the Oakland A's. He's dominated them, giving up 1 run in 13 innings this year. I will also say that his home and away splits, little different, too. Much better pitcher at home, at least by a numbers standpoint, than he was on the road. But keep in mind, he also played in places like, New York and Boston, kind of hitters' ballparks, if you will. So I wouldn't look too much into the home-road splits, but it bears repeating that, yeah, he's 35 years old, guys, 200 innings. He was great early on, started to temper off a little bit in the second half, little wear and tear in the arm. He's got postseason experience. He was with the Astros during their run. Charlie's their ace, and he's going to be used more as a traditional ace tonight than anybody else. Right? We are talking again, Moneyball analytics up the ass tonight between these two teams. Only Oakland is going to go with Raineri. And Raineri's, listen, maybe 2 innings. In all likelihood, they're not going to let him get to a second time or a third time around to see the lineup. They're going to go bullpen after that. And both of these bullpens are lights out, guys. They have arms coming out of arms. They are loaded in the bullpen here. Nobody is better prepared to send out relief pitchers as starters than these two teams. So Oakland also happens to be not such a great hitter's park. This park is wide open, foul ground areas, the dimensions, not very hitter friendly. But it has been for the Oakland A's. They have dominated this year at home in the Coliseum. They are a much better home team than they were a road team. Ironically enough, the Tampa Bay Rays were better away from home than they were at home. 53 wins for the Oakland A's at home. You had 48 wins for the Tampa Bay Rays on the road here. Much better team away from home. So being on the road is not necessarily going to deter them, or we're not going to see a different team here tonight in the Tampa Bay Rays. But I think we can all agree, when you go down to lineups, they got some great role players in the Tampa Bay Rays lineup over here. They got some guys, not really big-name guys, but they got some double small ball guys hit the other way. They've got great ball players in that lineup. The Oakland A's got dudes that with one swing will absolutely destroy your season, destroy your game big time. The Oakland A's, whether it be Chapman, whether it be Chris Davis, Laureano, they've got some dudes that can take you yard no problem and have been all year long. And the reason I mention this is because my free play for you guys tonight in this wild card matchup is the Oakland A's in the first 5 innings of this game. And why the first 5? Well, Charlie is going to be used a lot more traditionally than most. So the hitters are going to have an opportunity to be able to see him at least twice, if not 3 times here, depending on what's going on. So I think that the hitters, the guys like Chapman and company here, Matt Olson, you go down the list, Chris Davis, these guys are going to have a couple opportunities against Charlie. And while Charlie's not going to overpower anybody, he's got a great curveball off-speed stuff. But like we saw with Scherzer last night, you guy throws 99 miles an hour. If you make a mistake, these are hitters that are going to make you pay. The long ball comes into effect with the Oakland A's in their own ballpark here tonight. Not to mention, over the season, guys, the Oakland A's, their average runs in the first 5 innings, they averaged over 3 runs a game in the first 5 innings. While the Tampa Bay Rays, not so much. They've only averaged 2 runs per the first 5 innings all season long. Tampa Bay, not necessarily somebody to jump all out all season early on in games, especially on the road. Oakland, it's been their MO. They killed left-handed pitching this year, and they also did a great job in the first 5 innings. So I got a team with bigger bats, a better lineup, more power, going up against a curveball pitcher and at home, and they've averaged more runs in the first 5 innings than what the Tampa Bay Rays have done. This is a coin flip in a lot of areas here, guys, but I do think there is a distinct edge. There is a great edge, in fact, in the first 5 innings by backing the Oakland A's in this game tonight. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm riding the A's in the first 5 innings, minus 120, minus 125. Again, shop. That's what it's all about, guys. Do yourself a favor. Get the best number. But I do think the Oakland A's will come out of the first 5 innings. I think this is going to be 1-0, 2-0. Worst case 1-1 kind of situation here. I do think the A's have a much better chance of winning the first 5 innings. I think the edges is there for them because anything can happen come the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning. I think we realized that last night, that there's going to be some great live betting opportunities. I hope you guys will join us in-game live, sportsgrid.com. I'll be on there tonight, 8 to 10. As Gabe and I and the gang, we will be live betting this, looking for opportunities all over the place in order to be able to hop on and get ourselves some decent numbers. Also, we got live NHL tonight there, the season open, so we got a lot going on in-game live tonight over at sportsgrid.com. I hope you'll stop by there. But that's it, man. That's going to be my free play. That's what I'm going. I'm going the A's in the first 5 innings. I think they're going to dominate here tonight, at least early on. And when I say dominate, they'll have the lead and cash the ticket, and then we can kick back and relax. We don't have to worry about it. So more great information, more free plays from the rest of the crew over at sportsmemo.com, including Alex B. Smith, Dr. Chuck RX, the whole gang, Hunter Engelhart. They've got their plays up there, guys. You've got ways to be able to make money tonight, and it all starts by heading over to sportsmemo.com. And once again, want to remind you guys, make sure that you're visiting the links below, paperhead.com/Joe. Get signed up. Make sure that you check out the interview in its entirety of our firefighter friend Alan there, who has been an independent sportsbook operator now for the last 15 years with Paperhead. And the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything in between, he lays it out for you in the interview. Some great stuff. Knowledge is power, but take the initiative, guys. The phone number is there on the screen. Call. It'll take 15 minutes. The operators, the customer support, second to none, guys. Just make the call. Give yourself an opportunity to do this full-time, eventually part-time, the ultimate side hustle, doing nothing more than you are already doing right now, which is investing in sports. Billion-dollar industry, guys. The opportunities galore. Call them at 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. All right, guys, I want to wish you the very best of luck here, no matter what it is that you play here tonight. I hope you'll join us over at In Game Live. We'll go ahead and do our very best to make it a profitable Wednesday for you. And once again, free play if you're just joining us, sportsmemo.com. My play is going to be the Oakland A's. First 5 tonight on the money line. Get it for a minus 120, 125. I think Oakland has the opportunity to jump out ahead at home against Charlie Morton, hanging a curveball there to Olsen or Chapman, and that might be all it takes tonight in order to win this game. I don't think there's any more value in the total. It was at 8. It was 7.5. I see 7s everywhere. I don't think there's a lot of value left in the total because, again, one swing of the bat with a juiced ball in this day and age, bye-bye under, hello over. So, but good luck no matter what you guys decide to do. Make sure you share this. Make sure you check out our friends at Paperhead. Get involved. See what it takes. See how easy it is to get involved, to be an independent sportsbook operator. Guys, it is so damn simple. Check it out. And, of course, make sure you check out our friends over at sportsmemo.com. You guys, listen, have a great night. Good luck. Come back and join us tomorrow. We will get you ready for Thursday night football, college football, NFL. I mean, we got it all coming your way, and it starts right here on the Joe Raineri Show. Stop by and see us, guys. Make sure you share, tell your friends, give us the finger. Big shout-out to those of you in Facebook Live joining us, as well as the tubers, the YouTubers over there. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. Twitch, you guys are all lunatics. Thank you very much. Of course, the Periscope peeps, hashtag gambling, Twitter. You guys rock. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good night. Crush it. No matter what you do, crush it tonight. Cash those tickets. Come back and join us again tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.